Hi, this is Chris Rowlands for bestwp7games.com, bringing you a review of Rise of Glory, which is a World War One flight simulator for Windows Phone. And this is the main menu, and it's got this nice triplane over to the right. It's an Xbox Live game, so it does have achievements and leaderboards, and there's a nice variety of different things you've got to try in there, like killing different people, well, different amounts of people, accumulate 70, no, I can't tell if that's 7, no, that's 10, sorry, 10 enemy kills during game time, stuff like that. Leaderboards, of course, for different things like kills, air crashes, flags captured, etc. And then in help and options, you can change the language between English, French, German, Spanish and Italian. You can change various settings about the game controls, and then also you can turn off the menu music, because after a while it changes from that slightly impressive sounding music to, well, something slightly less impressive, which just is a little repeating which is really annoying. So I have a habit of keeping the menu music off, and you can also turn the sound effects off and change the sound effect volume. And so let's have a play. You can do two things. There's a campaign to work through with 12 different levels, and they are all actually pretty good. The very first one is well, Farm, which is just an introductory level, teaches you how to play and stuff, and then, well, progressively gets harder, all the way up to Hardened Guardians. And I'm currently at Escape, and throughout each different level, each mission is incredibly different. They all have their own kind of tasks that you have to complete, and there are some quite interesting things. Something I will say about this control here, just being able to choose between the different menus, can be a bit awkward at times, because but should be fine. So the question is, which one should I show you? I'm gonna go for the Fallen ones. Actually, no, because the thing is, these are all of them are quite interesting, but it's a case of which one is the best one to show you. I'll go with Men of Honor. Now, in this part, you can choose between the different planes by clicking right and left. In a couple of missions, you don't have a choice, so you can't switch. But tapping on the name down there will bring up some information about it. Most of them are quite similar. But this is one thing that I don't get. Swipe that way, and it'll take you back to the start of the menu. Well, some people might say that's a feature, some people might say that's a bug, but yeah, it's a little bit annoying. So let's see, do I have the triplane in here somewhere? Because I quite like the triplane, because it's memorable. Don't think I do for this one. I can't tell if I'm going around in circles. Yes, I am going around in circles. Right, I'll go with this one. So click start, and you can resume from a checkpoint or restart the mission. So I'm going to restart. It gives you a little loading screen and a little introduction of what you've got to do. Sadly, not quite enough though, I feel. If you had more of a introduction telling you what to do, it would be more handy. And this is it. I'm going to pause it there. And in this pause menu you can continue, calibrate, exit to the menu, or exit the game entirely. Now, I quite like this calibrate feature. I think every game that uses the accelerometer should have it, because it says position the device in the desired play position and tap OK. So it now knows that that is normal. If I was lying on my back and the phone was like that, I could tell it to do that and it wouldn't go all crazy. So you can have it at pretty much any angle, set that to normal, and then play from that, well, play from that direction. And I think that is incredibly handy. So I'm going to continue, and apparently there's some enemy squadrons on the border. I'm going to recalibrate that actually. Okay, so as I said, it uses the accelerometer, and so you tilt the device in pretty much any direction and the airplane will follow you. And Also, there are various on-screen controls. Down in the bottom right, there's the speedometer, so you can see how fast you're going. This button here is the shoot button. So that shoots. Actually, I found that pretty much anywhere down that side there will shoot. And this here is the rudder, which will actually make the little rudder on the model there move, which I think is quite nice. Or to turn more quickly, you can do that. Whee! Yeah. And on the left, there is speed up. Now this makes me think of Need for Speed, because when you go very quick, bits of, well, it looks like it's got bits of air flying past, and it's a very similar effect to used on various racing games actually. And then of course slowing down, but you don't want to slow down too much, or else your engine might conk out and stop working, which is not such a good thing. If you ever want to turn your engine off, there's a button right there. So I am now pretty much just gliding through the air, and I'm probably about to be shot at. So I'm going to turn it back on again. Let's see, can I shoot any of these guys? Well, when they come into range, it tends to put a little target on them. Oh gosh. You can normally see bullets whizzing past, which I think is quite a nice effect. And when they hit you, it's got bullet holes that appear on your screen. And oh, yeah. Can I actually shoot him down? I want to shoot him down. Yes, pwned. Brilliant. It sometimes puts little messages on there for you, which I think is quite fun. Like pwned, for example. And yes, because obviously they were incredibly nerdy in the World War One. And then over here, in the middle, you have your life. So in the missions where you get shot at a lot, you can end up dying, and that will go down as you get shot more. And then this one will change your view, so you can go look from where the pilot would be actually sitting, go so you're just simply out the front of the plane, or back there. Now I prefer to stay in this position just simply because you get to look at the plane as well, which I think is pretty awesome. And the rudder and the flaps all kind of seem to work as you tell the device, which is really quite something, I think. Little piece of info, my dad used to play on flight simulators a lot on his computer, and got to admit, this is actually better than some of the ones that he used to use on a PC. So, plus the controls are so much more nice. It is brilliant being able to control the plane like this using an accelerometer. Plus, it's really very sensitive, and yes, it's a joy to play. And a lot of the missions do take a lot of time because they tell you to go to different checkpoints, which they'll show you with a little yellow arrow, and it disappears when enemies appear, and basically you go and kill the enemies and then go find the arrow again. But it has a little distance above it saying it's 4,000 whatever it is meters away or something, so it does take a while. So I do tend to spend most of the levels with my thumb on the speed up button. So let's try and do this. I'm being shot at, and oh, that's another thing that happened. One of the enemy planes crashed straight into me because it's an idiot, and that, well, as you'd guess, would kill you. And you can reload the checkpoint, reload the mission from the start, or exit to the menu. Now I've exited to the menu because I want to show you the other thing you can do. You can play custom games. Now you can choose between different maps, or you can choose between different planes, different type of maps, and also things like how many frags you want, and then start the game. And yeah, this is pretty much it. So got the Fokker triplane at the moment, and they oh, it's brilliant because some of the AI on this aren't too clever. So straight away, two of the pilots just crashed into each other. They give them incredibly boring names like Elliot, James, Eric, stuff like that. I'm sorry if you have names like that, but let's face it, this is, yeah, they could have chosen slightly more inventive names. But yes, we all go around trying to kill each other, and you've basically got to try to kill everyone and get 5 frags before any of the AI get 5 frags. So yeah. Oh, yes. Talking of people crashing into you, you've always got to be careful when you kill people that you're not just simply driving straight at them, because you could very easily maneuver straight into them. But Elliot just crashed into me. Right, well, I think I will leave it there. That has been Rise of Glory. Ultimately, I think it's a very great game. The graphics look quite nice, the controls are brilliant, the gameplay, it's quite fun. And yeah, go try out the trial, because Xbox Live game, got a free trial. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.